All right. I think that's good enough. Make sure I have everything going. So I got one more thing I gotta turn on. Music. And we got the music up. Turn that down. Nice little war victory. Hey, Ginger. That's a spicy inbox message we got tonight. What inbox message? The update? Yeah. Are you more in love with the game now than when you started? Different kind of love, Happy. I can tell you right now, different kind of love. When I started playing this game, I was a younger man. I was all of the age of 30-something. Now I'm 30-something plus 2.5 years. And I appreciated this game because of what I believed it to be. I'll get to that in one sec, Zach. I appreciated... First of all, I'm a Marvel mark, or stan, whatever you want to call it. So I'm a huge fan of anything Marvel. So anytime I see a game that's Marvel, I would be super excited for it. This game appeared as something where if I spent money, I got to the end of the line faster. And it was true. I did get to the end of the line faster. But... What's up, Domo? I didn't quite like being at the end of the line. Basically, I paid to race to get to the end, and when I was at the end, it didn't matter. So there was a different kind of love. I loved the potential of the game at the beginning, and I loved the gameplay at the beginning. There was a couple things I didn't like, but nothing new. Then the game got actively worse, starting with about March of 2019 to, I'd say, February of 2020. The game was in a downhill spiral. What you spent was no longer worth what you got. They added things into the game that gave the illusion of competition without actually being competition. And then it just kind of changed a little. And I can tell you since that time, I've been happier overall with not only the game, but with my personal value and my personal progress in the game than I had been. I'm still spending money. I'm spending between $300 and $500 a month on the game. But it's not forced anymore, if that makes sense. I no longer feel like if I don't spend any money, I will be completely outclassed. Like, no, I might not be able to do the exact things I'm doing if I don't spend any money, but I won't not be able to have fun. And that's the key to all of it. The key is what makes you have fun in this game. If you have fun by, you know, having 100k characters that are just slapping against other people with 100k characters, then that's your fun, and no one can tell you that's not right. So to answer your question a little bit more succinctly, I am more in love with the version of this game we have now than I was with the version of this game that was then, if that makes sense. Someone asked, can I replace Yo-Yo for Hela and Dark Dimension team you're using? Yes, but always remember, Yo-Yo is a character that she's a preemptive response to respect. She makes sure your guys take less damage. Later in the game, in higher U7s, she becomes almost a necessity because the damage they put out is so great that you need that damage to be halved. You basically need... Yo-Yo basically gives your entire team a permanent defense up, and then with defense up, it's like 25% damage reduction overall. So, I imagine Yo-Yo would be good on that fight, but one of the major reasons I say Yo-Yo and IW are slightly interchangeable, Yo-Yo makes your guys take less damage so you're not going to be in trouble too often. Invisible Woman makes sure that if you do get in trouble, she pulls you out of it. So I don't know if you can replace Yo-Yo, Hela with Yo-Yo, and use the exact same version of the team I'm using, honestly, I'd replace Carnage with Yo-Yo before because Carnage doesn't offer too much to the fight. But I'm sure you can do it. It's just whether you'd have as smooth a run as somebody than somebody else. I'm on 80 shards for Envenom. Should I unlock him? You should be able to unlock him. After Avengers, will do Carnage, Venom, and Scream. Cool. You said this is the Ultron being the once and future king. The Ultron is still one of the most impactful characters to add to your roster in this game. That's gonna change tomorrow when you guys see Doom's kit. I can't go into details because that would be really shitty to Trevor. I've gotten a little bit of details to say trust me about Doombot, trust me about what his abilities do. I've speculated a little bit to tell you some fun stuff, but I don't want to ruin anything crazy. What I will say is if you think Ultron's kit was good and is fallen back, whoever you think the best character in the game is right now, the only reason your thoughts are true is because you don't have Doom yet. Once you see what Doom does, you will probably say he's bullshit. You'll probably be like, uh-oh, because he's not fair. Because he's not an okay character. Because if you think Black Bolt was a pushed character, if you think Ebony Maw and the Black Order was a team that's overpowered, you're gonna hate Doom. They pulled no punches with Dr. Doom. He is worth everything it's going to cost people to get him in. He will change your gameplay. I got Emma, Zemo, and Sinister, and Ultron to farm. Fair. Ultron will, again, once he gets red stars, still be one of the best characters in the game. Yeah, we do have a character over God tier. We have one above all. Previously, the one above all tier was Ultron, and no one took that tier from Ultron. He just slid out of that tier as more answers came to Ultron. Dr. Doom will be one of the most powerful characters in video gaming. And I know it sounds crazy that I'm hyping this up. Is Pim Particle, Pim Tech, I believe, going to be like Symbiote to have text for both Raid and DD? I don't believe they have the text for Raid. I think they just have it for Dark Dimension, but they will have some war stuff, Randall. Doing the last node? Yep. You too, artist? Nice. So I'm going in. I just want to wait for a bunch of you guys to get in here. This is it. So here we are. We're on the last... Oh, this is DD3. Sorry. So we're on the last node. That little bit of health damage there is what I did to Ultron. Specifically to set up for this fight. So I might have to re-roll this a couple times. Oh god, what did you do to my placement? I might have to re-roll a couple of times. We'll see. But I believe once I take Ultron down, this fight becomes meaningless. What's up, Chase? So let's go in, guys. The first attempt at the last thing I'll be doing with this account, Dark Dimension 2 Ultron Node. I can't gear tier 13 Ultron in this fight. You kidding me? You kidding me? Dude, I mean, actually, that's not true. I might be able to because of the rewards I get from Dark Dimension. But like I barely had enough to get Star-Lord and Minerva up for tech. Grats, bro. Bonk. Alright, so we're going to take advantage of these guys counterattacking. Because they don't do much damage. I will be doing another account. Next year. And let's do that. And let's spread the blinds. How did he resist that? Yeah, every time Greg dies, an angel gets its wings. Let's stun him out of the fight. Got into your Rita pool with Defenseless? That's funny. Ah, I missed it by literally half a second. Alright, that's fine. Scary, scary, scary. Yep, we're gonna have to restart that. Things got a little bit wonky there. Getting the, missing the, what's it called? Missing the delay of that stun on Ultron was kind of negative, but we should be okay. Temp 2. Yeah, once Ultron's down, this node actually is no struggle at all. Hey, guys. Has the screenshot just beating me up. Beating me with my terrible team. That's funny, Happy. But once the content generation... So, like, I only did this because I wanted to... I had a point to make, and I wanted to prove it. And enough people have followed suit with this run that I do feel confident in it. Let's keep punching him. Put defense down on him. Okay, let's blind him. These guys are literally going out of their way to not hit Greg. Rocket hurts. Nice. The shield troopers were blinded from the spread. It just didn't make a difference because they came back quickly. Should I slow this down? They were blinded from the spread of Hela. Alright, yeah. So not being able to stun lock Ultron is causing a little bit of a problem. So let's do this. And we'll basic Ultron again. Basic you. Bonk. Counter him. Turn reader rewind. Sweet. And now we could do that. So the cool thing about what just happened is these guys were brought to under 50% by her ability, so these guys didn't get their passive bleed yet. But that said, I'm not going to take any chances here. Let's do this. They'll gain taunt when Ultron goes to 50%. And every character is like, if they kill Hela, that's a good news for me. Like, that's okay. There's very few things that go south for me. I just can't... It's Minerva specifically that can't be allowed to die. And every time they counter and kill him, I get a little bit of turn meter control. You'll notice that, like, I'm specifically being a little bit safer this time around. He's going to go to 50, which means these guys are going to taunt. And then I'll do this because it doesn't really matter. So that's unfortunate. Good news is he didn't summon his healer, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Hey, Robin. And we'll turn meter rewind. And we'll basic, because it doesn't matter if I blow damage into him. All I gotta do, as far as I'm concerned, is get Ultron down. Oh, this is getting rough. Please kill Hela. Please kill Hela. What's up, guys? Alright, I guess you just don't want to kill Hela, you jerk. Spider-Man takes the hit. New wave drops. Slightly unfortunate, but nothing terrible. Yellow Jacket's a good character. You could use red stars on him. But again, the team's going to be used to unlock somebody, so, you know. Alright, cool. Let's pop you. Let's put a bajillion bleed stacks on you. Oh, you just resist it? Okay, that's not good. Let's do this. Blind. And he gained like very little to no energy on that. So not a big deal. Stun him out of the fight. Counter. Oh, come on. Yeah, that shield guy's not a problem. One shield guy is not a problem. Greg got the energy. All right. The good news is, because Greg got the energy, he's not going to be here much longer. Every time, this Ultron, even with slow, is just literally half of a second before him every time. All right, we could do this. We can do this. Nothing here scares me. Surprised you don't have ISOs? I have ISOs on every one of these guys. They all have healer. Except Symbiote Spider-Man. Oh, Skirmisher ISOs? I don't need them. Would it make it easier? Maybe. But I haven't had too much of an issue with this run anyway, so. Ultron takes the bonus hit. Counter doesn't matter. And the fight's over. Technically, I have to kill 17 other guys. ISOs are kind of a catch mechanic. Yes, they are, but not as much as some people would like you to believe. Goodbye, half the team. Bonk. Bonk. Alright, we'll punch him, get the counter to kill him. Ooh. Ooh. I went into the yesterday with one character or two characters specifically to do 1 point of damage to Ultron. That was the game plan and it worked. Oh, please kill her. Stunning her is not killing her. That made me sad. Turn, rewind this idiot. I can afford to take some counters here. Let's go here. Spread some blind, hopefully. No? Alright, let's kill him. He's the stun target. There it is. Bonk. Who got blinded? Terrible. Alright. Nice. Bounce off these idiots. Yo, kill anybody except Minerva. Like, go nuts. Let's blind you. Or not. Fight mechanics regarding the Ultron fight. So there's two things you really want to do. First of all, Ultron will res if he starts the fight at full health. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you don't have Ultron start the fight at full health. So you go in either with the intent of making him have not full health or with the intent of knowing that he'll have full health and you have to deal with him. The second mechanic that you have to pay attention to in the fight is how much energy he has. So the first thing he's going to do is summon minions, and the second thing he's going to do is ultimate somebody. So if you can make him summon minions and remove all of his buffs, when he ults somebody, he will gain no energy from it, so you'll be able to fight him, like, literally for free, without anything. So I went into this fight after he wasted all of his attacks. He summoned characters, which didn't make too much of a difference, and then I had killed him because he had damage he didn't revive. So this guy's actually the problem right here. He'll block you. But honestly, once Ultron's down, This is just paint by numbers. I'm targeting important characters with important things like stuns and blinds to control what's happening in the fight, but that's really no different than any other version of this game. Pup. So let's choose him. He only revives if he started the round with full health. And yes, it is only one. Let's do Disrupt on him. And let's extend it so I can not worry about his taunt ever again. And let's put some bleed stacks on him. And he'll die off. Let's start working some guys down. And I wouldn't necessarily, like I said, I wouldn't recommend this team, you know? I wouldn't say this is the best team. This is the best team I could use, and I had to go into it with very specific like strategies in mind. I had to go into it knowing that the Deadpool node was going to cause a problem for me, so I had to use Carnage to get rid of it. Sinister can be pretty unfair in DD2 too, yeah. There's probably a good like 30 great characters to use in DD2. The issue always comes down to how quickly you get them, where you can use them, and more realistically, how fast you want to be done with it. You know? I'm just happy I got to work on 4 characters that I know that would improve the quality of this account as time went on. You know, like, I having a strong Hela, Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage, Minerva, that's stuff that will come in handy throughout all modes of the game. So at the cost of Star-Lord, whose only job is to give her energy, and he's done a great job of it. This entire... Oh, God, it's Shield Trooper again, you nerd. Nerd! This is it. This account literally never has to touch another Star-Lord. Like, he's done. He gets stars, he gets red stars, you put ISOs on him, all that's fine. Doesn't make too much of a difference. Did everyone resist the blind? Alright, we'll get stunned then, nerd. Set it on auto? No. No reason to. Guys, I have to do something for this stream. I can't just be like, and 15 minutes. We're done, guys. See you later. Have a good night. Fuck off. Like, I can't do that. Like, I gotta extend it. This is the finale part 3. Oh, good. The blind's stuck now. Only a day late and $1 short. Guitar. It's also satisfying to get the killing blow. Where will Ultron's red stars be? I don't know for a fact where that's going to happen. We're gonna update Ultron after this, or leave it for the other person who gets the account? No, I'm gonna go ahead and update Ultron. I'll get him as much as I can. I just don't know what I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna spend the resources that I get except on Ultron. Bonk. Final 4. I don't believe they would put Ultron Red Stars in DD5 because they're going to become more relevant faster than a lot of people think. But I've heard that it wouldn't be more than than like June of next year before we get Red Stars on Ultron. Bonk. Seems fine. Star-Lord, Minerva, Emma, IW. What free-to-play friendly player would you put into that fight? With Emma? Oh, man. You have a lot of choices there. So let's see. You have the control of Starward, Minerva, and IW. You have Emma. Take a big damage dealer. Take a big... Because you have the control of the fight, so you can either put a tank in. Poor, blinded, and stunned. Pyro. You know what's going to happen here, right, guys? We gave it to Carnage. Sinister's reasonable. Sinister's reasonable if you can farm him. Next account, do it with hand? Yeah. So let's see what we got. One tech piece... Tech piece, bio piece, mystic, skill. We got a couple of tech pieces towards Ultron, so let's see what we can do with Ultron. Alright, bye, thanks for the stream. It's time to see you beat DD2? Yep. A little bit ahead of the curve. A little bit further than I'd like to be. No 7-star? I can't get the 7-star. Yeah, I have to wait 24 hours anyway. So let's see. Let's bring him to 60. And let's see what I can put into him. I'll keep clicking this button until it tells me to stop. I imagine it's going to stop pretty quickly at, like, gear tier 8 or 9. Oh, God, no. It went further. These are okay. Let's spend some energy. Seriously? How many am I missing? The curse of the spiky ball. Oh, I'm not spending any money on someone else's account. You know? Well, it was just the final node. Let's just spend all these garbage like the blues. That's amazing. 7K Ultron. He'll be higher. I'll get him all to level 5. That doesn't really hurt. God damn spiky balls. Yeah, we'll get him up over. I don't want to farm anymore. Just don't make me do it. Was that enough? Okay, cool. It's not enough for 6 to 7 though. Oh, so many tech characters going by the wayside. So many spiky balls that I'm ignoring. 4? 4? Alright, this is terrible. Here for the Blade Master farm? Yeah. Boop. Boop. I wanted that 2% stat increase. You know what? Let's finish him up. All right. So obviously I can bring him to 2, but I'm not going to go ahead and waste those for somebody else. Would Zima be too squishy for DD2? Would Zima be too squishy for DD2? I don't think so. Like, no one's squishier than Minerva, you know? Have any blue orbs yet? I tend to hot rip blue orbs. Cool. New frame. So it's unlikely. What? You mean, I could pull her in an orb now? On my main account? Hooray. Let's see what I can open. Nothing here, right? Yeah. Nothing here. Not really farming any of these guys. Oh, wait. Oh, I have 4 blue orbs. Let's see. Doom 2 is coming out? Correct. I'll open it up. Any spiky balls? Ba, 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 ba. Allow an aging man the opportunity to appreciate an account he's dedicated like 10 months of his life. Aim required for the first 3 nodes? Is it really? Is it aim again? Is it aim? Oh, that's hilarious. Telling you, man. Aim, Mercs, and Wakandans. Okay. So, what are we using? So, for Doom War Chapter 2... Aim... Oh, God, Wakandans suck. Aim and Mercs is probably the best combo. Oh, next series on YouTube? Oh, I don't know what new game I'm adding to YouTube yet. I add games to you. So we'll talk about that in a sec. Let me just go through this. Aim, Mercs, Wakandans. So Aim and Mercs are the options. Wakandans are pretty questionable. Oh, like, honestly, you could just use Shuri and the Merc team. Like Merc Riot Guard, Merc Lieutenant, Shuri, Killmonger, and then Taskmaster, or it doesn't matter, is good enough. You wouldn't use Scientist Supreme without Graviton. They need to be. So you can use like Scientist Supreme, Graviton, Shuri, Killmonger, Taskmaster. That's totally reasonable. Hand, Marauder, and Spider-Verse. Okay, guys. So who's using the hand on those nodes? And who's using literally anything else? And then Black Order, Hydra, or Power Armor. That one irks me a little. Because I'm almost 1,000% sure Doom Chapter 2.9 is going to be a Black Order character. I'm almost positive it's going to be Proxima Midnight. Almost positive. I wish she was earlier, but I'm almost positive you have to have those characters in order to use them there. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I don't read quest text. God, I'm an asshole. I'm sorry. Yeah, apparently it's Squirrel Girl and Proxima Midnight. So yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. Hand could work after rework, right? Yeah, but the hand rework isn't coming. Wait, was it like stopped like right here? I don't even remember. Was it like stopped right here and I was like, Proxima Midnight? Oh god, that's fucking terrible. Yeah, of course. And this is probably the correct ordering too. It's probably like the victory at this one is an orange mini unique gear piece. The victory at you know, .6 is Squirrel Girl, and then .9 is Proxima. You'll get there, man. Hydra plus Power Armor. Honestly, again, Hydra Scientist showing up to the party. So Cole to War Store, nothing new. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Cole going to War Store makes the most sense. Cole going to Arena made the most sense, but they didn't want to do that. Because that's not fun. Do I need Cole Obsidian? No. He's just really good. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Or Blitz. Or Blitz? I don't think we're getting another Blitz store character. They just dumped like 3 characters in the Blitz store in the last like couple months. Oh, come on. Just give me the Emma. Just put her in my mouth. Because Colin French's ass. Nice. Wondering who would use that as a fit for that, since Thanos is in Black Order tag. Adorable, isn't it? And yeah. Who would you use as a fit for that? I wouldn't use Cole. I would use Proxima, Corvus Glaive, Maw, and then 2 other characters. But that's because Proxima and Corvus Glaive are power couple level. Oh my god! Emma! I forgot! I didn't claim them! Give me this bitch. Do the other DD2 run with Emma? Oh, I'm done. This count's over. Look, I'm not doing another DD2 run. Think we'll ever get Super Giant in this game? I don't think so. Good news is, she takes mutant gear, of which I've spent none. Correct. Correct, Doug. You cannot use the full Black Order team. But Thanos used to have the Black Order tag, and they removed it. So it's not impossible that they re-put it back. He kind of should have the Black Order tag. But then again, he also kind of shouldn't, because he's not a member of the Black Order. The Black Order isn't Thanos and his dudes. The Black Order is the cult that Thanos has made. She's too weak to use healer. She's too weak to use healer, so we'll put Striker on her. She'll get better later as a healer. Punisher, yeah. Just give me Emma. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah. Go Emma. Fine. Fine. 16 mutant characters. Cool. Challenges. Orb frags. What does this need? Global? Ugh. Can I cheese it? Can I cheese it, guys? Can 17k Ultron do it? We're betting no, but I might as well give it a shot, right? Yeah, 4 new characters. It's the 3 base, and then Doctor Doom is the 4th character, because he's added into the game. They did the same thing with Ultron. When the patch that added Dark Dimension 2 in the game, they said 4 new characters. Doctor Doom is the 4th character. The next legendary won't unlock until next year. No, don't hit Ultron. God, this placement is terrible, too. Make dudes. Buff. 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 Be gone, thought. Am I tuning into OMG's stream tomorrow? No, but I recommend everyone do. Seriously, guys, all you guys should be there. I'm not tuning into the stream because I know Doom's cat. So I'm not tuning into the stream for that reason. But it's not like, trust me, the stream will go better if I'm not there. There's a huge portion of the community that just thinks I'm a fucking terrible person, and they're not inherently wrong, but they're also pieces of shit, and I don't really care for them too much. So I just try not to stay around certain people's communities. if I can avoid him. But like, I recommend everybody stop by. Like, I will not be streaming at that time, just so you guys know. I will not be if I'm streaming, it's not going to be Marvel Strike Force. Like, I'm not going to be an asshole. I will, if I'm streaming anything, it's just going to be like me playing a game or something, because I'm like Pokemon, because right now I'm shiny farming all the Reggies. God, 17k Ultron. 17k Ultron is doing this. $100k team. Cool. Worth it. Can we go further? Can we? No, there's no way, right? Squad level 70, gear tier 12, red star 4. I mean, it costs nothing to try. You're the best terrible person. I'm none of those things. I'm not the best at anything. I'm pretty terrible, actually. That's not true. I'm not a person. But no, C's, please. Let this be tomorrow, I assume, at around 7 p.m. Eastern. That's my assumption. There will be a stream, Mobile Gamer. I expect there to be thousands of people there. No joke. And they're going to reveal Doom's kit. 8 p.m. Eastern? 8 p.m.? I thought it was 7 p.m. Okay. He better put on emotes only. You're not going to be streaming the opening Blitz rotation? I feel like it's self-serving. And I don't... Like, I feel like if I stream... I might stream an opening Blitz rotation, but I might do it after. You know? Like, because I don't care who the next... Who's the next Blitz character? Someone I don't care about? I'm almost confident that's true. Venom? Exactly. So I'll do my opening Blitz rotation. I'll just do it a little bit later. I don't want... The Doom reveal is too important. So who's the next legendary? Couldn't tell you. Literally couldn't tell you. I don't think I got this. Alright. Maybe 17k Ultron can't carry me through this. Maybe I need 25k Ultron for this. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Unless you mean who the next legendary, then we know it's IW. What is this? Only blasters allowed? Rocket's too squishy. Rocket's less squishy than you. Ultron and Doom share the legendary tags too? Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I knew it wasn't going to be hard. I didn't know it was going to be like 8 minutes. You know? Like, I was like, uh-oh. How am I going to stretch out a stream? How am I going to stretch out the last stream? Well, second to last stream. What's the schedule going forward? Monday through... So there will be no more Twitch streams for a while. I'm sorry, there will be no more YouTube streams for a while. I'm still going to be releasing videos and content on YouTube every week. I'm going to be releasing 3 to 5 videos, depending on... Good job, Ultron. You suck. Alright, so I definitely can't auto this, but I could probably actually do it if I try. So like, we're not doing YouTube stream. Remember, the YouTube stream start was for this. So we won't be doing a YouTube stream for a while. So all my streams will be back on Twitch. I will be streaming more frequently on Twitch. Every my Marvel Strike Force streams have been moved to about, I'm gonna say between 2 and 3 Eastern. I haven't locked in 2:30 yet. Such a weird time, 2:30 Eastern, you know, like, but 2:30 Eastern does seem to be very fun. So that's probably the rough start of my time, like the rough time start my stream. That was even more strokey than the previous thing I said. Wow, get me a doctor. So I will have that. I will continue to do, and if I do anything on YouTube, if you know, if you guys are like, no, do something on YouTube. If I do a live stream on YouTube, it will be something funny. You know, it won't be something informational. That I now have enough YouTube content that I can be making for the future that like I'm not worried about like what's the next thing I can make. At any point in time, I could be like, so the next I have a couple of different series. One series I'm working on right now is called Tier Lists or Trash, and it's the tier list series of tier lists. So I'm going to go through like tiers on something. Have you seen a Blade kit? Yes. I did see a Blade kit. I also saw a Morbius kit, but this was like 6 months ago. The reason I'm saying I don't believe Blade to be a legendary is because I saw Blade's kit, and it's not legendary. You know, like... So either I didn't see Blade's kit correctly, they changed Blade's kit, which is possible because they definitely changed, like, Domino's kit, and they definitely changed, like, Yellow Jacket's kit, and they've clearly changed kits like Beast and Cyclops from the past. So it's possible, but... Have you heard of Magic? I have. Magic is coming to this game. I don't know when, but Magic is coming into this game. When you do an updated War series of the teams that have been added since the last set of videos, I can do something new with War. Doom, Yellow Jacket, Stature, and Ghost. Both reworks are scheduled for next year. The first rework that I saw anything about was the Ravagers getting the next rework. And the reason why the Ravagers were getting the next rework is because there's a value in taking characters people didn't invest in. People had to invest in AIM somewhat in order to accomplish the AIM event. Ravagers, you rarely needed to invest in. So, to my knowledge... the next character that's going to be... God, this is terrible. The next rework that's coming is Ravagers. And remember, they only rework characters to sell you something. They're not going to rework a character for no reason. Like, they only rework characters to sell you something. The thing they're trying to sell you is what you don't know. So, they can rework Hand for you, but there needs to be a new character that comes out. Or they could rework Ravagers to sell you on something that's happening. Yondu about to be the GOAT? That was they got that 5% increase. They become the Access team? Yeah. Well, the one thing that we've been speculating as a community for a very long time, and I can tell you right now, I don't actually... Oh, come on. Ability blocking. Those two? Why do they sell with the Rave 1 Avengers rework? The hype from you buying the Avengers game, Doug Heeman. The Wave 1 Avengers rework came at the exact time the actual Avengers game came out, and there's a 1-for-1 overlap between the Avengers and that. They sold the Wave 1 Avengers rework, which had been done for a long time. They released it as a way to be like, hey, look, the Avengers are useful here, too, to bring you back to this game on the off chance that you did decide to go play Avengers. Because Avengers was designed to be... So there's a type of game called Gaming as a Service, or GAS. GAS. And that's what you see in games like this, where you can play, you pay the money, and then you... pay over time, or you play over time, but you're not supposed to play the game all the time. You're just supposed to play it enough to experience whatever the new content is. And that's kind of what's going on with Wave 1 Avengers right now. I can't play that game all day, every day. I want to. I can't. I can't do enough. It's not fun. I don't get anything for doing it. So, no, I said Wave 1 Avengers, the Marvel Avengers game for PS4 and whatever. So that's kind of it. But they probably didn't need to rework the crossbones that everyone had to sell Zemo. Yes, they did. They needed to rework the remaining Hydra characters. The truth that that you don't need those other characters to sell Zemo doesn't matter, because they can't just release a character for sale and be like, he's just good at beating them. Like, they needed to do something. And keep in mind, none of their rework was stellar. Crossbones' rework wasn't stellar. I think the only one who got a decent rework was, surprisingly, the Grenadier. What do you think of the state of the game? What, Avengers? It's a little bit. They're not fixing the things that are wrong with it fast enough. Nobody's going to buy the character if they think his team is going to suck? Yeah. Typhoid Mary would be a good hand character. Yeah, but there's a lot of good characters. Karigi, the Undying, is a good character. It's just something to get people excited for a new character. Yeah, they don't rework teams for no reason. Like, they reworked the Kree because nobody was buying the Kree past Nick Fury. So the Kree became a useful value add. But the next team, to my knowledge, is supposed to be the Ravagers. Will Nebula get the Ravager tag? I can't confirm that, but I suspect it. Okay, this is the 75th time he's ability blocked him, so I'm gonna move these characters around. Sounds like another Marvel game, right? Yeah, the problem is there's nothing to do with the strength of your characters in this game. Like in Marvel Avengers. Marvel Avengers, your characters can be as strong as possible, and then that's it. You can't do anything. There's no reason to farm. There's nothing that you get. There's no leaderboard that matters. There's no, look at how big my E-Peen is. None of it exists. At least in Marvel Strike Force, you can have an E-Peen measuring contest. It's not for me, but it's for plenty of people. Nebula's kit's not terrible, but her stats are. So there's characters with good kits and there's characters with good stats. And some characters are lucky enough to have both. Don't ability block Ultron. Okay, so no matter what, he seems to be ability blocking this guy. Adios. Nebula needs... Yeah, she needs a little bit. You're right. X-23 is basically a fixed Nebula. I agree with that, actually. That's pretty accurate. Hey, I needed those buffs. Why did you take the taunt off Ultron? Mean. Give me that death proof. For anyone who was wondering, well, how do I beat this challenge? But get Ultron. Yeah. No thanks. That's for other people. Alright, let's claim all of this stuff. Do an arena battle. We won't see you do DD1 with Ultron. Nope, giving the account away. It's already the drawing for the account already is happening. No one knows if they're involved in it because it's free. I'm not giving it, like, my goal was always to give it to somebody who's not playing the game. And I'm not advertising what's happening to the account because technically, it's against terms of service for someone else to be playing the account. So for all anyone knows, I'm lying and I'm going to keep this account. Except, like, a couple people who are going to know that they got this account for me. I'm not in the running. Yeah, I kind of been putting out feelers to see if anyone has friends that are interested in playing the game, or people who are like free-to-play players who are like getting in or involved. That's kind of where the pool is for this. Just trying some disrespect here. There's really no reason for him, is there? I don't need Hella. Carnage is okay. Star Wars useless here. No. That's fine. What if the person you give it to doesn't use it? It's their prerogative. How strong do my at 6.6 need to be to a 6-star? 100 to 110 KD. I haven't picked a winner yet, but the drawings have opened. If that makes sense. Chances of Black Cat making it to the game? I'd say relatively high. She's whatever she wants to be. This is new. This is new. For no reason. For the disrespect. I'm not dabbing. I'm just like Ultron did nothing in that fight. And she kept moving. Yeah, she kept checking. Like, what's going on? I don't know. Ugh, fun. Let's spend some energy. So we can do kind of a brief review of what's going on here. So we are in with Spider-Man and Carnage. Venom has been slowly being brought up. Cheers, welcome. Cheers for my America, bro. How's Iceland doing? Aim is pretty much on point. Ultron will get there when he gets there. I really kind of want to pay attention to the bottom, right? Ultimus doesn't matter. Nick Fury doesn't matter. Ebony Maw, I've got quite a ways to go for Ebony Maw, or this account does anyway. Whatever. Doc Ock, not very relevant to what's going on. Black Bolt, as of right now, it's very likely that this account will have Black Bolt on next pass, considering that the only character that needs to be farmed is Hela, and she needs like less than like 70 shards or 80 shards or something. So it's totally reasonable. Plus that person could always just buy Hela, no big deal. She-Hulk's useless. Phoenix is going to take a little bit longer. I imagine that person will unlock Phoenix sometime after Black Bolt, using the characters like Hela and Loki for that line. Anti-Venom, I'm not going to be able to unlock in this setup. Like, I just couldn't do it even if I wanted to because of the width of my roster. Zemo, again, no way to unlock him. Magneto is unlocked next pass. Yo-Yo is whatever. Cole is not available yet. No news on Electro or Beast. No news on Red Skull. Cyclops doesn't really matter until you have Phoenix anyway. Surprisingly, almost there on a Coulson. So one day he's going to have a team to worry about. Or she. Apologies. Invisible Woman is unlocked on next pass. Which means they might want to shift into there. Sinister and Graviton are both the only characters I'm buying out of the Raid store right now. I'm sorry, the War store. Crystal doesn't matter. X23 is what she is. You know. Ironheart, I believe she's not farmable on my account yet because I'm not at that part of villains. Doctor Strange will be unlocked soon. I missed out on Scream, but she's an orb, so someone's going to accidentally pull it to get that. So as far as the symbiotes go, that's fine. So if the characters I'm missing, a good portion of them don't matter. That means that the rest of the characters are just here, you know? Obviously, there's no reason to work on Taskmaster unless you plan on PvPing, because he's a war defense character, so not really worth the resources. Corvus Glaive, not important. Domino, a little bit more important, but it would really depend on where the rest of your X-Force lie. Now, my X-Force, I don't have X23 yet. Perhaps when this X23 does come out, we should be able to do that. What's your ISO advice for Brotherhood? Striker on Blob and Juggernaut. I don't care about Raider or Skirmisher on Magneto, but either of those are acceptable. Toad gets Skirmisher because he's already removing buffs anyway, so like adding more things to remove buffs is very relevant. Or increasing damage from the other guys because he's going so fast and assisting a lot. And Pyro, I just have at damage, but it doesn't make a difference. Would you farm a X23? Would I farm X23? I don't think X23 is as important as like Sinister or Graviton for the unlock, especially because I haven't bought a single shard of her yet and I'm at 39, so I need I have one of those boring questions. I'm on my way to DD2. I have IW, Star-Lord, Minerva, and I have Sinister here tier 13. He's good enough. Dave, he's good enough. Because you always have a 6th character, and you get to pick which that 6th character is. So, if you have to choose Star-Lord, Minerva, IW, Emma, and Sinister, I promise you, phenomenal team, dude. I can't, in good conscience, recommend Emma, because I don't want someone a month from now looking at this video and being like, how do I get Emma? And be like, her milestone's not here. And then you're in a bad shot. But if you have Emma, like, let me just put it into perspective. I just unlocked Emma, and I imagine that the team to do Dark Dimension 2 the second time is going to be Minerva, Symbiote Spider-Man Carnage, Emma, and Ultron. Because at that point, you don't need to energy battery Minerva because Ultron will single-handedly control that fight. 1 shard, so if you don't have to buy it once out of the war store. If I'm exactly 1 shard away, or if I'm exactly 1 thing away, like Doctor Strange, I could farm reasonably Doctor Strange right now, right? Like, it'll unlock him. Or soon will, you know? So that wasn't necessarily a waste. If I get the 1 shard from the base, yeah. Like, if I'm 1 away from X23, I'll buy her to unlock her. That's not a big deal. Same thing with Human Torch. If I was at 40, or Crystal, I'd buy it to unlock, just to have the characters, because I'd rather have the character, and decide when I work on them than not have them. And that's kind of the same thing with the legendaries. Look at my Shuri. I unlocked Shuri. Oh, God. No, we're not clicking that button. we're not doing that. I unlocked Shuri pretty quickly, you know? And I didn't invest in her because I didn't need to. But the stress, the reason I didn't need to is because I got better stuff. If I never had Minerva for the stuff I was doing, I would have invested in Shuri, you know? Yeah, the only shard that matters is the one that unlocks and promotes. And I do occasionally, like, see Heimdall? Why am I not buying Heimdall? I might have some orbs open. Because I'm going to get 5 free Heimdall shards, or the player who gets this account is going to get 5 free Heimdall shards during the event, so there's no reason to farm him. Unless my intention was to get a 6-star Black Bolt, which it's not right now, because for Arena... Sorry. I'm currently farming Mordo. Mordo to 6 is worth more to me than Black Bolt at 6, you know? So I'm farming Mordo, and then occasionally I'll spend a little bit extra credits on, like, I'll take a quick look at a character. Hey, is this guy close to, like, Human Torch, almost unlocked? Well, he can go for himself. Deadpool, like, that doesn't matter. Drax doesn't matter. Scarlet Witch. If I see a character that's within a purchase away from ranking up, I don't mind spending the resources on it. But I also don't mind having this because then, you know, I might put an extra... I might buy the next Hand Archer so I can do the 3-star event, which I can actually do that right now, but in general, you know, that kind of thing, just to kind of keep track of it. I don't mind having a little bit excess of resources. Let's see what orbs I have. You need Hand Archer for Doom Mission 4. Fright Light Orbs. I've been pulling a lot of Taskmaster lately. Yeah. Unfortunate. Milestone Orbs. Oh, Symbiote Spider-Man. I got a ton of gold orbs, but there's no reason to open those right now. I opened all my mega orbs. They were okay. Let's see what's in these basics. Yeah. I'm in the seed. Oh no. Ultron gear. Spiky balls. Come on. You're better than this game. Give me the spiky balls. Ronin and Nobu. Gear tier. First of all, that entire team should be gear tier 10. Nobu you can leave behind. But that entire, like, Ronin should be gear tier 10. So that's the first stop. So in order to get to gear tier 10, usually characters have to be, what, level 60? 58, 60? And then you probably want them as close to 6664 as possible. They didn't have to be 6664, but as close to as possible. Yeah, this game knows. 10 for 10. Cool. So we're good, right? Like, we understand that this is it now. We've done the free-to-play run. It's over. I wish... What I want to do is, like, maybe buy a couple of things for the account. Like, where's that offer you only get when you're free-to-play? Here. This offer. Like, I kind of might just be like, yeah, I put, like, 20 or 30 bucks, go open the gold orb and go crazy on teams. That is the worst advice you could ever give a person. Because gold is not what helps you invest in teams. This is what, like, the more you invest your gold in teams, the less training materials you have, and then you wonder, where are all my training materials? You never work on more than 5 characters at a time, ever, under any circumstances. Like, those gold orbs, there's different kinds of people. There's people who always open their gold orbs and like to see 30 million gold. And then there's me. As long as I have like 500,000 gold, I never touch a gold orb. Like, why? The only thing that can happen from waiting is good. Because they increase the amount of gold in the gold orb. That's the only thing that can happen. If I need gold because I'm working on somebody, then I'll open the gold orb. Because I have it. Because I have a little bank. Do you want me to open a gold orb right now? Because, I can. I have 43. Bonk. Let's see what I get here. Yeah. Cool. Didn't matter. And I also don't want to spend too much gold while the milestones are still going on either. I guess it's not unreasonable. Nah, I don't care. $100K more added. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's just no reason. You can pretty much ignore Nobu and Ronin. Like, Nobu can be ignored no matter what. If you're using Hela, Loki, and Mordo, you can be okay. Does this account have Emma? Just got her. Literally just got her. 20 seconds ago. Here. See, like, I'm at the cap of spending gold for this day, and I'd still rather, like, come close to it. So, like, tomorrow, you know, I might be like, oh, look, I spent 800,000 gold and put some more stuff into her. She'll be fine. The only thing this account's missing, take Ultron to level 70. He'll be level 70. I don't think I'm bringing Ultron. Oh, I have to bring him to 70. I'll bring him to 70. I'll bring him to 70 when I gear tier 13 him. How much does that cost? 2 mil? Yeah. Yeah, he'll be up there. So pretty. He's so shiny with his 6-pack of fake abs. Yeah, I'm only missing among the newest characters, you know, nothing crazy. But the characters I'm missing, like Black Bolt shouldn't be a problem. I've said this. And all of the legendaries I'm missing that aren't these 3 right here should be okay for the next pass. Like, She-Hulk sucks. Phoenix doesn't matter. What number were you for completing Dark Dimension 2? Thanks for asking. I was going to do a conversation about that. Here. 176,919 person. Young Avengers will be needed for Legendary. Do we know who? The next characters that are coming out are Yellow Jacket, Quake, no, I'm sorry, Ghost, and Stature. And the 4th character is Doctor Doom. Those are the next characters. The Yellow Jacket, Stature, and Ghost are going to be a tech slash, I think one of them's bio. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure Stature's bio. But could be wrong. I know Yellow Jacket's tech. I'm pretty sure Ghost is tech, and I'm pretty sure Stature is bio. That team is going to be used to unlock the next legendary, of which we are not talking about who the next legendary is, because I will repeat this. There is nobody who creates content in this game that knows who the next legendary is. There are people who suspect, but there is nobody who knows. Myself included. But we all have suspicions. And I think so. Doom is being added into the game, but it's very impossible for anyone. You're not going to get. I truly don't believe the first Dooms will be unlocked until February of 2021. And I have very, very many reasons for saying that. And I know that even with people willing to spend thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, they still wouldn't be able to do it that quickly for a lot of reasons. Is it possible to overcome Node 7 of DD3 with Phoenix if you get fisted? Yes, it is possible to beat the double fist. The problem is you might have to just stop and bring in different characters. Like, I was able to beat the double fist because I had access to Shuri, and she would heal block one of them. That was what I was able to do. Some people won't. What if Null is the next legendary? I can tell you that Null is not in the game. I can tell you characters that have been designed. Who told y'all about the Quantum team? Where'd you guys hear about Quantum? Or Pimtech, as it's called now. Where'd you guys hear about that? Is Strife good now? He's usable. No, I'm legitimately asking. Who told y'all about the Quantum team? Not everybody heard it from me. I want to know who they heard it from. And then I wanted to say, well, I said it first. Because I did. You know what I mean? Scun cumulative? Nice. Matthias. To be fair, that's very possible that Matt said it after I said it to him. Some of us know things. Some of us know things, right? Some of us have information. Some of us have character kits. I've shown you guys Red Guardian, right? Do you want to see Red Guardian again? Damn. Sorry, I gotta go through my stuff. Combat Santa. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll put up the Red Guardian thing. And 1 second. Sorry, everybody. Takes a second for me to make the swaps. Here's Red Guardian. Whoop, that didn't work. Here's his model. I have some more videos. Hey, look, it's my stream stuff. Like, we see the characters. But it was me, Dio. Yeah, so let's go back to this. Find me. Anyone see yourself around here? Yeah. So, some people, some of us are in the Envoy program, content creators. Some of us are in the Envoy program, which is fine. And some of us aren't. Some of us just have friends in the industry from when we worked in the industry. Some of us have friends in the industry from when we went to high school with them. Not mentioning names, but it's possible. There's a couple people who knew some people outside of this. And sometimes we talk. And honestly, I'll tell you something from a game developer perspective that a lot of people might not know. We want to talk about the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, we want to talk about how excited we are about certain things. Because even though it's an assload of work, you know? I hate to be the guy. Do you know the fourth character? Doom. Doom will be officially added to the game. That's why they're doing his kit reveal. Just to let you go. That's why they're doing a big whole thing for his kit reveal, because you'll be able to see Doom's kit in the game as soon as the next patch goes live. It'll be somewhere. Zeke's is the same age as me. Zeke's is a little bit younger than me. Ooh, my rank for DD2 is... We're so close? Nice. Yeah, I'm just kind of like showing everybody who got it before me. And who did I... Because I just got it like 20 minutes ago. Guys, I got it like literally 20 minutes ago. How many more people have gotten it? Holy sh... Oh, no, but okay, these guys haven't gotten it yet. They're close. But Pickle Rick is gonna own 7177000. Nomad? Sorry, I'm slow rolling this. I quit! Oh, amazing. Some of these guys ain't even in alliances. Like... Any arena advice? Gotta just use... You gotta go with the flow of the meta. Generally speaking, your arena status will get stronger as you get the legendary. Basically, every time a legendary comes out, the arena meta shifts. So currently have Phoenix... Sorry, I'm just kind of scrolling through everybody else too. I.e. they did in fact quit. Used to be fun to look at the timed runs here. I'm sorry, the completion runs here and see the names. So Zevin, you can check this out too. Zevin hasn't logged in a year and 82 days. This guy just straight quit. Some of these, just so that you know, these names aren't the same. So you can really quickly tell who sold their accounts. Because some people are totally cool with changing their name, and some people didn't change their name, and their accounts did. Like, Lan3VO's been around forever. ACT either changed his name or sold his account, because this person wasn't here forever. NYC Johnny's been around forever. I don't know who that is. So I'm not going to say anything. Amo's been around. T-Boy's been around. Grandpapa Groot is not the name of the person who was in 21st. And this is the first completion. So this didn't change. You know, like, this isn't something that was going to go anywhere. The timed runs are what changed. Darker Side, I think, was somebody. I don't remember that name. Worst F wasn't here. Worst F wasn't playing the game when this came out. So Worst F bought his account. You know, like, you could tell who bought their accounts. That's why I don't worry. When I say I'm giving this account away, and they're like, it's against the rules. Like, I have evidence that there are other people who bought their account. So do me a favor, step to me. I'm giving away an account for free to let other people have it, who are willing to spend, probably. So if you want to ban that guy's account, like, power to you, man. I can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? But I think more people are going to do some work. Where's Tadano? Tadano Mac's not here. Tadano Mac didn't even play the game at that time. Tadano Mac's what we call a new whale. High Tech was... Yeah, High Tech's always been here. High Tech quit, right? Good. Fuck High Tech. Very few people in this game I hate. How am I giving the account away? I have opened a drawing in which the people who are involved in the drawing are already entered. He single-handedly ruined 5 alliances. I've been in... My main account, I've been in 3 alliances. I started off playing this game with a couple of friends, and we got into a group with somebody else, a cluster, and I left that and joined the Casino B team, which we then left the Casino B team and renamed ourselves the Evil League of Evil. And then we had like 5,000 names. We were the alliance that was Groot, if you guys played long enough to know. Whenever you went into war, we were the guys that everyone was shit-talking because our name was Groot. All of us were named Groot, and our pictures were all Groot, and all of our war offense and defense was exactly the same. And people would flip out on Reddit, and they'd be like, there's no skill involved in that. And be like, do the fights. Do the fights. Well, how do we know who has what power? But go into the fight. And then I was, when that alliance, when I no longer worked out in that alliance, I took a break. I relaxed for a little bit, and then I went to the alliance I'm in now. Yeah, that was brilliant. You gotta remember, at the time in war, like, they didn't have the ability to see who people were. But at the same point, it didn't matter, because everyone's name was Groot. Our alliance's name was We Are Groot. And We Are Groot won, because the other options were Hulk in bulk and the Thor Corps. Assassin. But We Are Groot won, so we all changed our name to Groot, capital G. And more importantly, we all set up the first 2 rooms in every war as the exact same teams. It was BKT, CM Brawlers. Every single one. So you went into the fight, you saw Groot and Groot, BKT, CM Brawlers. We had assigned portraits, that's true. We actually were really deep in that. We had assigned portraits so that you could only be the person, that was it. So when your room got cleared, you had to change your portrait so that we could track who did their attacks. Technically, it wasn't that big of a deal, and we really didn't have too many people abusing it anyway. But like, once you were defeated, we changed, like, your picture went from Groot to like Cyclops or Magneto, but we had like 24 people had assigned pictures. And of course, no one was allowed to have Groot. We had so much fun. Nice. Yeah. And that was so much fun. And it was so trolly. Because people were like, the only reason you won is because you did that. And be like, okay, you're probably not wrong. But if I'm winning and we're doing that, then, you know, it's a good strategy. Can also confirm the entire story is true. Yeah, it was the best. And then I offered to pay people if they didn't want to spend the cores to do it. You know, like I was like, I'll give you the money, like I'll give you the cores. And then the other option we wanted to do was everyone was named Shield. Everyone was named Shield Operative or Shield Agent or whatever, and the first 2 nodes were just the minions, and then every other node was something big. So they'd go in and be like, it's an empty alliance, and then it was just diesel defense teams. But the thing is, we couldn't trust everybody in the alliance to spell shield correctly, like capital S, capital H, you know, with the periods and everything. But yeah, there was a thing. They were like, they can't be allowed to do that. Remember we got bored of I Am Groot, so we started being something Groot related? Oh yeah, we were AI Grooting Edge, and then we were Legion of Groot, and then we were Pants of Groot, and then we were Twitch.tv/Grootcino, and then we were, oh god, what else were we? We were a legend. What tier 4 for Invisible Woman? Special and ult. Special is more important. Ult is important, but not as much as the special. Yeah, personally, I am kind of sad that we didn't go with Hulk in bulk, because Hulk in bulk and then just everyone's a Hulk. I might want to do that again. Actually, for my new account, guys, let's do it. We're all gonna be Hulk in bulk. Whenever I start that account, oh wow, I'm dangerously close to hitting 71. All right, let's hit 71. What team are you using for your second DD run? I'm not doing a second DD run. That said, I'm using Ultron, Emma, Minerva, Symbiote Spider-Man, and Carnage. Because I no longer need to energy battery Minerva because I have Ultron. So Minerva is literally just there to use her ult as an emergency attack. And also With Ultron, you can't really use Star-Lord. Can I join Hulk and Bulk? Yes, you can. As long as you're willing to change your name to Hulk, change your picture to Hulk, and be Hulk. Does Hulk and Bulk become the name of the new series? If I can arrange getting an alliance for that for the next account, which isn't going to be free to play, but if I can arrange getting an alliance together, as opposed to what I did in this one, because remember, as the free to play account, my experience was I didn't want to be carried. So the first 3 months of the game, I was in whatever random alliance I came across, and then when I outpaced the rest of the alliance as a free-to-play player, because I knew what I was doing, I wasn't just, like, bashing my head against the wall, I went and asked, like, hey, does anyone have room for me? Like, and I would never take an alliance, like, I wasn't taking an alliance that was doing U6 when I couldn't do U6. I wasn't doing an alliance that would be Gold 4 in war if I wasn't, or, you know, I was the weakest person in my alliance, but I was also providing as much value as the top people in the alliance because I was doing my job. That was the important thing. As with the Spender series, I think that people are more inclined to carry someone who's willing to spend money. So I wouldn't inherently have a problem jumping into an alliance that is already like Stark Tech, you know, level 20. Or is already in war and can progress. I wouldn't have a problem with starting with a U7 alliance because I feel like it's disrespectful to the community. I feel like it's the height of disrespect to be like, guys, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start playing a game and I'm gonna teach you how to play, but also I'm being carried. Just go get carried. Like, it's the best thing you could do. Like, and if wishes were fishes, you know? No, my roster review is Friday. Roster review for the account is going to be Friday. Hulk in bulk. It's Hulk in bulk. I don't know if I'm going to name the account that. But if I can get, like I said, if I can get like 20 some odd people, I don't even need 24. You know what? If I can get like 14 people that are like roughly the same. Can you do a roster review of your mail account? I'm curious how you'd review it. Of my mail account? What do you mean? Do you have to use Hulk on every team? No. The only requirement to be in Hulk and Bulk is your name has to be Hulk. And your picture has to be Hulk. That is the only requirement. Can you do a roster review of your main account? Yes. I tend to do roster reviews of my main account. Every million or so points. I just skipped the 8 million because there was really no difference between like 7 million and 8 million. You weren't the weakest person in your alliance. You were the least invested person in your alliance. In fact, you accomplished more means you were stronger. I meant weakest from a numbers perspective, not a value perspective. Is the account going to die after you finish the series? This account's going away. Someone is getting this account. I'm not just gonna let it die. Someone is getting it. And I'm trying to make sure it goes to somebody who is willing to play it. Like, it's not just gonna be draw a name in a hat, give them the login information, and be like, have fun, guys. Like, I'm gonna, you know, make sure. I have an alt account that is by himself with all my free-to-play alt. You can use if you want. Stark Tech level 2, gold 1 in war. Sylvestery, we may have to talk. Because that sounds fun. Well, now I wish I didn't like my alliance too much to leave it. Keep in mind, this is just gonna be trolly bullshit. Like, from the roster review list? Yeah, right? No. I'm not looking, like, no offense, but I'm probably not looking to stockpile it with 8 to 10 million TCP rosters. Like, you know, like, I don't need that. It was an experiment of mine. Nice. According to Scopia said, hand rework is next patch, so Ravagers are pushed back. Oh, chat, what did Dan Hughes just do? Strategically casual? We do U6.5. I wouldn't join with the new account that I'm creating, I wouldn't do a U6.5 alliance at day 1. No, it's not get banned. No. Donna. We don't. The current standing opinion is either I'm going to offer an apology if Blade is the next legendary character. If Blade is the next legendary character, then I owe Tawna an apology. Because I don't believe Blade is the next legendary character. I believe Blade's coming out, but I don't believe he's the next legendary character. On the other hand, if Blade is not the next legendary character, there's a timeout script now for anyone who says something like that. Just immediately timed out. You can watch the chat, you just can't talk. And again, I will offer a heartfelt apology if I'm wrong. Because I could be wrong. And I would assume that it would be the exact opposite. I assume it would be the exact same if anyone who's says something and is wrong, they would apologize for being wrong. That's it. Month and a half, just hit 55, unlock ISO 8, but I haven't global champs reveled up. Any advice on 5 global characters to do the ISO 8 campaign? You can kind of free roll it with the AIM team if you do have access to them. Usually around like level 55 to 60, you've unlocked a handful of AIM characters just by hook or by crook. So the AIM team is pretty reasonable. And I'll just kind of show you, where's AIM? I'm sorry, where's global? I'll show you a bunch of characters that have some value in global that you might be able to work towards. So I started working on my AIM team recently, and they're doing okay. Juggernaut is a character you might be farming around now towards the Magneto unlock, and is reasonable. The Shield team themselves are reasonable. Shuri as a global healer is very good if you were able to unlock her by working on the Sinister Six team. There's a handful of other characters that have some splash value. Wolverine, I don't like, but you could. Killmonger is very good at that. Obviously, there's some power armor characters. If you were lucky enough to unlock Emma Frost, she's amazing. I will say, though, the best character, bar none, for that entire campaign is Baron Zemo. You could just put Baron Zemo in and he will win the fight for you. But there are quite a bit of options when it comes to global that are good value. The one thing I will say is please avoid using these AIM characters, but that's pretty much it. You think they retire Fury and Star-Lord? No, I think that because they haven't retired Fury yet, never apologize, all the professional victims come out. Yes, but the only difference between that and me is that I don't respect the opinions of other people on the internet because they exist. I have a very simple philosophy. You have a degree of worth as a human being, and it's up to you to gain or lose more. So your value, I show you a respect that I give to somebody because they give them respect. And you're the only person that can change that. Not anybody else. You. Your actions. So if someone comes in and starts complaining about something I said or did, I'll be like, who are you and why does your opinion of me matter? And the answer ends up being, it doesn't. More often than not. Sometimes it does, but not often. What ISOs would I use for Proxima? Striker. Striker, or if you're, yeah, Striker. If you're using her with Corvus, it's Striker Skirmisher. It's double Skirmisher, but Striker Skirmisher is okay. I was wrong before. I've apologized before. Yes. King Mystic, that question is there. Yeah, you apologize if you did something wrong. You don't apologize if you didn't do something wrong. Not if you didn't think you did something wrong. Why is She-Hulk bad? Not useful. What does retire mean? It means that they will no longer, they'll be like Iron Man, like a permanent legendary event. But Proxima benefits from focus? Yeah, but we're talking about ISO 5, and you shouldn't be ISO 5ing anybody until next year. You really shouldn't be ISO 5ing any single character until next year, because next year is when you're going to need to. Don't apologize. I never do. No, I have no idea. It's just this concept that people think that weakness shows in there. And honestly, I don't really pay attention to people who have stuff like that. Like, make a mistake, apologize. Hulk and Bulk Alliance is already taken? Come on, dude. You think I can't change the color? You think I can't make Hulk and Bulk? So only ISO 5 Phoenix and Colossus thus far? Phoenix is really a big waste of ISOs. Colossus, you shouldn't ISO 5 anybody. There's no benefit. The math on ISO 5, I did a video on it. ISO 5ing is pretty much a big waste right now. You should ISO 3 the top 20 teams you have, and then you could justify 4 on like the best characters, like Black Bolt and Symbiote Spider-Man, but it's kind of a waste. It's kind of like the cost is not there. When ISO's 2s come out, it'll be up there. When ISO 2s, which is like March of next year, like blue ISOs, that's when you're gonna need to start bringing characters to 5. And I promise you, you're going to rather have options to go from 3 to 5 or 4 to 5 than you are to already have a character at 5. So for me right now on my main account, I have probably the top 10, 15 teams I use at least 2 or 3 ISOs. I'm finishing them up now, and now I'm just sandbagging and saving all my ISOs every day so that when I do push them up, it'll be fine. Yes, the 4 characters are Stature, Ghost, Yellow Jacket, and Doctor Doom. Isn't there achievement for it right now? Yeah, and that achievement ain't going anywhere. And just to let you know, the entire reward for all of these achievements is useless. No, the gatekeepers? That's Nietzsche shit, right? That's whose gatekeepers are, right? Nietzsche shit? Or is that, what's his name? Who's gatekeepers? I always forget who runs. Well, not his alliance, but like he's in that alliance set, right? Best ISO for Hulk and Cap. The best ISO on Hulk and Cap is don't put him on. The second best ISO for Hulk and Cap is honestly probably... I'd probably say Hulk is really good as healer because he can manipulate turn meter a lot and he does heal himself. So that's a pretty good one. And then Cap can get literally anything. Skirmisher, you know. All the achievements are a joke in this game? Yeah. I wouldn't go out of my way for this achievement. Equipping 1 for half of a Mega Orb frag. What did someone say equipping all 5 in was? What was the abysmal reward for that? It was like, wasn't it like Blitz? No, wasn't it War? Like War. Oh God. It was terrible. It was like, yeah, but it was like War Boost currency, wasn't it? Like War Boost? 25 silver promotion in cores? Yeah, but I swear one of the rewards was like War Boost currency. Yeah, get out of here. If it was like 1,000 cores and a Mega Orb for this, I would go ahead and equip 1. 25 cores? Dude, I haven't even connected to Facebook for 200. You think I'm a waste of tier 5? Look, I'm not saying if you did it, you were wrong. I'm just saying the math says it's a waste of your resources to bring anyone to tier 5. You are spending what it takes to take 9 characters from no ISO 8 to ISO 8 3. 9 different characters. You are spending that much plus double the amount of ions to get a 2% stat increase, as well as whatever the 5th thing. And the only ISO class that is a worthwhile 5th growth is Skirmisher, because of the 50% focus. Every other ISO class, that 5th one is not worth as much. The first one for Striker is 5% damage and a bonus attack. The second or the third rank in Striker is an extra 25% damage from the bonus attack and another 5% base damage. So that's 10% damage for the low cost of 9 of each ISO on the character. Then you triple it, because it's 81 total ISOs, to go to another 5% and 25% damage. Absolutely terrible value. Not even a question. No one bought the ISOs Like, the whales buy everything, so I don't really care when I hear when someone says whale. Like, whale buy, whale buy, whale buy. Whales buy whatever they want. Like, don't... Whales are not indicative of the community of this game. The whales are a subset of the community of this game that play a version of this game that the average player wouldn't touch. Or will never be able to touch. Am I guessing Doom Chapter 3 will be December? A little bit after. A little bit after. December is not going to be a big patch. December is going to be the patch that adds the next legendary in and sets up the next characters. Probably the characters that tie in with the legendary that's coming out, if that be the case. If you want to have a good idea of what the end of this year is going to look like, please take a quick look at the end of 2019. Orb event. I suspect an orb event. Doom gonna get the F4 tag? Nope. Doom's tag's already complete. We already know most of Doom. The only thing we don't know is his kit, and what you're not gonna see from the kit reveal is the numbers. Just to let you guys know tomorrow, they're not gonna show you the numbers. I would be shocked if Mobile Gamer streaming an interview with Cerebro where they talk about Doom. I would be shocked if they actually show gameplay footage. I think they're just gonna talk about the character. Yeah, it's terrible. Awful. Awful. Oh, you don't know what happened with the Phoenix? The Phoenix thing caused a lot of people to quit. So the Phoenix release, she was announced, and all of the information they presented showed Phoenix at 5-star, and showed you using a 5-star Phoenix, and showed you, you know, beating the fight with a 5-star villain Mystic controllers. Then they ran the numbers real quick, and they found out that they can't do that because everyone would have her for free, and they didn't want to make Phoenix that easy to get, so they raised her to 6-star so that only the people who've been playing the longest and the whales were going to have her, which was like the first big problem with the game. One of the first. The other one was the $100 Kree pack. Is tomorrow's thing like what you normally do with the videos with Boomer and Remen? What do you mean tomorrow's thing? Will Cerebro look more or less invested in the Doom conversation compared to a Blitz review? I mean, Mobile Gamer doesn't care. You think Mobile Gamer and Nick know each other for like, I'm going to say 10 years, and I don't think I'm exaggerating. At least 6 years, they've known each other. So like, this isn't really an interview the way like it's like the boss Cerebro and then OMG. It's gonna be like Nick and Trevor's hanging out on Nick's stream. Does anyone think it's weird that Ultron is susceptible to bleeds? That is kind of funny. Technically, bleed is just the catch-all for like burn or any poison, you know, any kind of damage like that. But technically, Ultron could run out of oil. Does anyone, Tony, do you think 480 BA? Yes, Javier, I do. Because I think that the symbiotes on defense is a bad idea because the symbiotes are dummies. You just have to kill Anti-Venom and Carnage. Once those two are dead, the rest of the fight doesn't matter. And if you can hit... Here's the beautiful thing. If you can... If the way they've set it up is like Anti-Venom, Scream, Carnage, and you could just hit Scream and hit Anti-Venom and Carnage, and then you could shoot out AV down, you win the fight. Mobile Gamer will be excited enough for both of them. That's true. The Doom thing... We get the no text gameplay videos like when Doc Ock. I don't think we're gonna get a single video of Doom. We might get like we might get like a rolling footage video, but I don't think you're gonna see gameplay of all of Doom. I know, but burner poison wouldn't apply to him either. Yeah, acid would. Can a free-to-play account have the same account? Can a free-to-play account have the same account as Rich as Remnants? Of course they can. Are you asking if a free-to-play account can eventually have an account as powerful as Remnants? Yes, of course they can. If you're asking if you will ever catch up to Remen, the answer is only if Remen quits. You will literally never, as a free-to-play player, catch up to anyone who's spending. Yeah, you can have the same account Remen has right now. You will, like, by the time it takes a free-to-play player to get to where even I'm at, I will have spent, even if you know, work your hardest You are now a free-to-play player, and I have years on you. I have multiple years on you. So if I stop spending right now, never spend another dollar in this game, you will still... It'll still take you about 2.5 to 3 years to even come close to what my actual power would be. Keep in mind, my main account, all my characters are 4 red star. All of them. So every orb I open is giving me a lot of credits towards a 5 red star, you know? The question isn't whether or not you will catch up to someone's big power level. The question is whether or not you will enjoy playing the game without being there. And if your end goal is to say, I have an 8 million TCP, if that's your end goal, you're going to get sick and tired of this game faster than you think. Because there's going to be a real dirge at around 4 million. You're going to be in a real desert at around 4 million TCP. When all your characters are 5 star, maybe some 6. And it takes 300 character shards to go from 6 to 7. And you're not getting a shit ton of red stars, upgrades, and you're spending promotion credits on 1 or 2 characters, which means you're not picking up those 10 to go from 2 to 3 on smaller ones. Red stars are what make your TCP go up. Period. End of conversation. That's it. Everything else helps a little. Red stars are the only thing that make your TCP. The only difference between my roster and like Remen's roster is red stars. You can make an argument that he has more gear tier 13 and 14 characters than I do, but you already know the math. You can see how strong the strongest characters in the game can be without red stars. So Remen's, if you take red stars completely out of the equation, the highest spenders in the game are probably about 20% higher than total power than the average player's expenditure, because that's what the separation of gear tiers generally do. Gear tiers don't increase that much in terms of gear or power, but the red stars are flat multipliers. Every 7 red star character you have has the potential of literally counting as almost 2 characters. So the highest TCP ever, 12 mil? I think the highest TCP is 12 mil right now, right? We could find out. Oh, 15 mil? Damn, I didn't even know. So it's Disinfectant, Commander Fergus, Grandpapa Groot, Tadano Mac, Fates. So 15 mil is the highest TCP. Remen's number 13. Remen, I don't think he's that high. I think Remen is much lower. I thought he was. He's still in Baby Yoda, right? I thought he was like 70. ISO 8 multiplied TCP? No, it didn't. ISO 8 didn't multiply TCP. It's only 10%. The most you can get from ISO 8 rank 5 is 10% of your stats. I passed 73. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, he just broke 13 mil, guys. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. And who's number 100? Ha! No note. No comment. So, like, it's cluster. Yeah. So, that's it. Hey, it's puns. I love puns. Guys, just gonna tell you something. If you look at these rosters and dream of this, you're setting yourself up for failure. These guys are spending money. 8.5. These guys are spending money. And I'm not talking about casual money. I'm spending more money than most people who play this game. My main account. You know, like, I'm spending more money than that. This is not the same. This is not the same kind of money. This is thousands of dollars a month kind of money. Thousands of dollars a month. Like, what do you think the separation between these two guys is? So 15 mil, 15.1. So this is 200,000. Where do you think that 200,000 came from? Like, where do you think it was? Don't you think it may be like one character that's at higher red stars than another? Number 3, strongest TCP. Grandpapa group. Like, and then, how, like, so this is 15, right? Let's go to whoever 14 is, the first 14 we see. Trixie is number 16. What do you think Trixie has to do to get to 15? It was 40k. He spent $40,000 to beat Dark Dimension 2. Do you agree with Carnage, SSM, Minerva, Maw, and Hela, and Phoenix as essential halves for DD3? I don't think Hela's essential. I think Hela's great. I don't think she's essential. I think they're all really important. Let's be clear, guys. If you're not bringing a full team of 5 into every node of Dark Dimension 3, you are intentionally gimping yourself. But you don't want to bring a full team of 5 into every node of Dark Dimension 3 because it costs a lot. So you want to go in and you want to get the most done. And as a result of going in and getting the most done, it's going to take you fucking forever. So that's it. No, the only separation between some of these powers, like, I wish you can kind of look at rosters, which is why we still need an API. Thanks, Cerebro. Appreciate that. The only like, look, same characters. All characters at max star rank. Okay. It's for 148, 148, right? Cool. Let's see what he's at. 148, 148. Okay, cool. So... Except City. I mean, it's gonna be harder to do it with 2 than it is to do it with 5. Like, the fact that it can be done is what it is. Still, with just Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Carnage, I still took me like a couple tries in the last node. I think it was like 8 days total. Yeah, there is a percentage that equals red stars. 75% of base stats. So... how much would it cost to 7-star She-Hulk right off the bat? Generally speaking, the cost of maxing out a character is between $500 and $800 the day they come out. Generally speaking. I know that because we've done it. You don't spend money on a game you don't play. You spend money to have your name up here. Guys, I've had this argument many times with many people. How many offers would you buy? How many things would you buy in this game if every single offer was 99 cents? If you went to the offer section and every single offer that showed up was 99 cents, how many things would you buy? I assume the answer is more than you are right now. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not all of them, but more than you're currently buying. So the only difference between that and reality is you don't have the money to make that difference. You know what I mean? Like, it's the impulse buy section at the grocery store. How many people have ever gone out to buy Tic Tacs? Like, how many people have left their house and went, I need to get Tic Tacs? The answer is like 1%. Everybody else is like, ooh, fuck Tic Tacs. You know, like, that's how it works. So if you see that there's an offer for $29.99, and I do an offer review, and I'll tell you, like, I don't really think this offer is worth $30, because I don't think a random 4-star character is worth $30. I think it could be worth $100. But I also think the average cost, the average value of this is, I'd easily say, less than $5 in, like, what it equates to in the game. You know what I mean? But because this offer is $29.99, that's priced me out of the offer. For somebody else, $29.99 doesn't ring. Like, what do you hear when you hear $29.99? What do you hear? Like, what do you, like, $29.99? Everybody has an amount. Everybody plays it in their head. Everybody goes like, $29.99, that's, you know, that's how much I pay for, like, Hulu and Netflix every month. Or that's, you know, a couple of games on Steam. Or, you know, that's a new controller for my Switch. Like, everybody, gas money. You all have that equation. What happens when $29.99 is, like, the same thing that would trigger you to go like, oh, it's just Tic Tacs. Like, I need Tic Tacs. That's what you get. Like, that's the separation. So, like, you don't ever, like, I hated the idea that people were villainizing whales in the game because they were ruining the game. The whales were not ruining the game. Because they were, and they weren't saving the game, so just gonna get that out of the way too. You're not, like, I've said this 1,000 times, and I'd like to end the stream kind of on this note. You are not a saint for spending money on a video game, and you are not a champion for spending $0. You are neither. You're the same piece of shit, like me, playing the mobile game. We're all garbage people. All of us. We're all sentient piles of trash giving our time to a game that hasn't released a patch that hasn't been bugged in 2.5 years. But we enjoy it. So we can't get shitty on people because we enjoy it. Right? So I don't want to hear any single... Trash with strong bronze. Perfect, John. I don't want to hear anybody saying the whales keep the game alive. Because there are plenty of games that don't have the same level of whales and krakens that we have that are still alive. And in the exact same time, there are plenty of games that have way less free-to-play players because they get really good with microtransaction cost pricing, like Candy Crush, or Candy Crush, or Candy Crush, or all those Facebook games that we're making a ton of money because for 99 cents. It doesn't change. We're all playing the same game. We're all playing the same game. How much fun you have should never be up to somebody else to criticize. So if you ask my advice on whether an offer is worth something, I'll give you my advice based on my opinion. But I'm not going to shit on you for buying it. Like, is this... like, listen. This offer is totally worth $1.99, right? Like, because who cares? But I'm saying that from a perspective of somebody who spends $500 a month on video games. You might not have that luxury. You might not be able to do that. Aren't whales the reason the offer is so expensive, though? No. No. People think that. Nope. Offers are the price of offers. If that were true, if whales are the reasons the prices were so expensive, Scopely never would have started adding the rest of the offers. There is a flow in how gaming releases their payments, or releasing their pricing structure. If someone didn't buy it, they would lower the price. If a bunch of people buy it, they'll keep it the same or raise it. That's how it goes. But to them, they don't care about microtransactions because, as with all things, the highest spenders in the game equal the rest of the game. The top 5% of spenders in the game equal the bottom 95% of players in the game. Keep in mind, the most important thing about that is that the bottom 95% has a ton of people at 0. You know, like, say half this game spends $0 and there's 500,000 people. So, like, that's 250,000 players that are added to the divider. So yeah, I might spend $500 a month. And you know what? Somebody else might spend $1,000 a month. And then, one of the guys we were seeing at the top, like Remen, we'll use Remen because Remen's easy to use because he streams it. Remen will spend like $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $8,000 a month, and be like, that's how much I spent on a mobile game. Why would you want to compete with that? You're not competing at gameplay, you're competing at spending. And that's a totally reasonable way to compete. Like, you get the fun you want out of the game. If you want to spend a ton of money and play with people who also spend a ton of money, awesome. If you want to spend a small amount of money and compete with people who spend a small amount of money, awesome. But this, like, hero worship on both sides is ridiculous. But so is the vilification. Like, everyone's just playing the same game, man. And guess what? If it's not this game, it's another one. I just finished DD2 earlier today, yeah. The stream has just been kind of a dirtle stream for me. The question is, how do you make that kind of money? How did I make that kind of money in the past? I was an IT executive. I'm a single IT executive. That's how I was able to bank money for a really long time. And then I spent it on the things I love, because I don't have kids. So I don't have expenses. Does streaming pay for it? Streaming does well. I do well. I could do better, but I do well. Take it easy. Exactly, Elo. You ain't single, honey? Shut up. Shut up, John. No, but seriously, like I was single, no kids. Why no kids? Single, no kids, working in IT, making way more money than I had any business to. Nothing to do with it. So, I spent it on stuff I liked. I have cool shit. Like, and that's why I was able to spend it. Because that's what I did. No kids. Get out of here. I mean, the question for people jealous to aspire to make that kind of money. What do you mean? If you aspire to make that kind of money, like, some people can and some people can't, man. Nice, pal. I was still single. Did you buy the fairy wings in WoW? That's the real question. No, I didn't spend any on the transmog. Still up to debate if the right choice is made. Yeah, single doesn't mean not having sex. I never said I was single now either. I just said I was single. And I don't have kids, which is both true. I was single, and I don't have kids, currently. Have you bothered with speedruns in DD1 or DD2? I did do speed ones. The problem is I can only... So the iPhone actually loads the game faster, so it's really hard to break a certain time in Dark Dimension if you're not using an iPhone. So my personal best for Dark Dimension 1 is like 21 minutes, because I cannot get under 21 minutes, because the load times add up to, like, no joke, 90 seconds in and out. Like it's like 30 seconds. It's crazy. So it's, you know, what is it? 16 nodes, 12 nodes? I don't remember. 10 nodes? I don't remember what DD1 was, but it was just like too much load time. And then DD2, my personal best is just over an hour. Like an hour and like 2 minutes. I don't think that's a shard count. It's nor your fault. About load times. Yeah, like, but that's the thing, like, the timed run counts from the second you click go until the second you complete it, and it doesn't count the amount of time you're in the game. So that's what the timed run is. And if you check the timed runs now, where is it? Oh, this offer's awesome. I mean, I'm not buying it, but, like, I get it. You think there'll be better You Reach XTCB? I think they're going to be full of them. And, guys, If I had told you a year ago, before Scopely bought Fox Next, that they would eventually offer entire, like, anyone who's been playing this game for a year, anybody, any single person, please, if I had told you they were going to unleash a pack of 100 of all of the Brotherhood characters, 100 of all of the 5 Brotherhood characters, not obviously not Magneto, 100 shards of each, how much would you have guessed a year ago, today, a year ago, that pack would have cost? 100 of all 5 Brotherhood characters. Yeah, some of y'all ain't been playing long enough. Some of y'all guessing numbers that ain't real. First of all, you gotta remember, there was no deal. You got 50 shards for $30 and you were fucking thankful for it. You were grateful for it. That's what you paid. You paid $30 for 50 character shards. So even if they tried to make it a deal, yeah, that's like $70 to $100 right there. $70 to $100 minimum is how much that was gonna cost. 70 to 100. You think Fox Next planned on releasing these packs? No. Scopely came in and said, you're making a lot of money on the top. We're gonna start needing to make money at the bottom or the middle. Those guys gotta pay more. Their job is no longer about conversion. They're not trying to hunt down the new whales. They got the whales. And whales will come and whales will go. Their job now is to take the people spending $10 and make them spend 20. The people spending $40 and make them spend 80. The people spending $100 and make them spend 200. Their job is to find the people who are comfortable spending and give them a reason to keep spending. Because there's nothing stronger when it comes to any kind of gaming interaction, or let's be clear, gambling, because that's what this is, gambling, than sunk cost fallacy. Nothing stronger. I've already spent this much. I can't afford to not spend this anymore. Yeah, the Kree pack was the 5 Kree minions, 100 shards for $100, and we were like, eat shit. But that was also because the Kree minions sucked. You think we'll eventually get a Hulk team? I mean, I hope so. I haven't seen anything, but I hope so. Come on, let me spend my energy. Who do I farm? What are the 4 new tunes this patch? The 3 Pimtech guys and Doom. I've been wanting leader in this game for pretty much ever. Guys, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Let me see if it goes in. Give me a sec. Just to let you know, because I have an HDMI, so this is what I've been doing. I can't like really do much else. This is literally what I've been doing for the last like 10 minutes is farming shiny. Like, you guys can't see it because you're not on my other screen, but as I'm talking, I'm just like, yeah, and I'm farming for a shiny Registeel. Let me see if I get it, because that'd be really funny, like a quick little stop on stream. Farm Registeel, gimme. Boo. All right, get out of here. Terrible Registeel. I got a whole bunch of buttons. I told you guys, every time we did one of those sponsored streams, and I was like, no, it's gonna go to improve the quality of the stream. It did, man. We spent $1,000, maybe $1,500 on a whole bunch of random stuff for the stream to make it a little bit higher quality. That's why we got buttons. That's why I got one push and stuff. That's why I basically bothered Mobile Gamer for like a month straight. Like, yo, Mobile, can you try this on your stream? I want to see if it works. Mobile does it. I'm like, cool, thanks, buddy. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something, because I feel like it's winding down and we're ready to call it. And I've been on for 2.5 hours, and this is the second to last stream I'm ever gonna do for this account. I appreciate a couple of things about this. And I'm not going to go into detail, but I do appreciate a couple of things about what I've done. The first, obviously, is I said something, and then I did it. I said, I think this is the right choice. I advised people to do it for many months. I took on the responsibility of proving it can be done, and as a result of that, even in making mistakes, I know for a fact many people have found success and are still enjoying success in the game by following the core of what I've said, whether it be as a free-to-play player or a spender, any kind of level, people have had enjoyment in this game, and that's the first and most important thing that I feel. Like, I was able to help people, and that's why I do this. The second, honestly, it gave me a whole bunch of insight that I probably would have forgotten about. I forgot the struggles of why things were easy and hard. I forgot how I was getting to the point where I was going to be the kind of person just being like, don't even bother, just wait till you get so-and-so or that. And I can tell you that this account really figured out, like, helped me figure out what the experience is. And I can tell you that the experience for a new player in this game is severely lacking. I can tell you that as a free-to-play player in this game, it shouldn't take you 6 months to reach level cap. Could you imagine? And I specifically say level cap because most of the game's content that you can progress towards is based on a level cap. Like, you can't just start farming characters. Like, you can't just start farming Hela. I wish! So many people forget that, yeah. I can give you advice from the endgame perspective, because I'm there. But now I feel like, as a player, I have a better understanding of the early and mid-game. And you guys watched. Most of you guys were here for the entire time. Some of you guys jumped in the middle. But even though this series ain't going anywhere, like, it's still going to be up, you can even see, like, me live be like, this is a great idea. And then, like, 2 streams later being like, that was a stupid idea and I'm an idiot. Because sometimes I forgot things. I forgot that purple ability materials were hard to get. You know, like, I forgot that, like, in the first 20 levels of the game, you just didn't get stuff because your alliance wasn't doing stuff. I forgot those things, and now I remember. So now I think I feel like I can provide people who are starting or early off with at least accurate information. If it's opinion, then it's still an opinion, and it doesn't matter where my information comes from. I'm still giving you an opinion. You get to choose whether you believe it or not. But I do feel like I've been able to kind of go like, you know, I think AIM's a bad starter team for 3 reasons. The first is you are really wasting your resources that are very limited to unlock them. Like, you can't even get to Scientist Supreme quickly enough. And if your only responsibility is get there, you're actually going to waste more resources to unlock, like, Cosmic or Mystic characters before you need them. The second is the only times you really need the AIM characters is way later in the game, and they get outscaled in Arena very quickly. So you'll be okay early in Arena, but you're losing out to the first time somebody gets Star-Lord or Magneto or, I wouldn't say Shuri, but maybe Invisible Woman. You know, so I think that following the Legendary path, as of right now, is the best way to play because the Legendary path is set to 90 to 100 day cycle. If that ever changes, we have to reevaluate it. Like I said, if Nick Fury becomes a 3-star unlock, guess what? Shield wins again. Like, getting a 3-star Nick Fury unlock is going to be huge. True, Tanakh, that's another good point. If Symbiote Spider-Man was in the Arena store, this video series would end with me being like, this is the end of the series. The new series is called Start with Symbiote Spider-Man, and that's what we do. You know, like, because as of right now, the symbiotes have the potential of being the Defenders. It's a full city team. It could do pretty much all the city stuff that needs to be done, and it does all of the Dark Dimensions. It's a pain in the ass, but it's worth it because it can do literally all of the content. But it's the same conversation that people... Guess what? A year from now, we're going to look back at the symbiotes with the same reverence that people are currently showing to the BKT. So every time you see someone go, Star-Lord is a useless character, that window licker is not understanding that every character's gonna be useless. The only issue is how long it takes. And guess what? Symbiote Spider-Man, as a team, is eventually just like Star-Lord, who I think is a great character to unlock early and finish Dark Dimension 2. That's it. I think that's when his value ends. And I think there's going to be a period in time when the symbiotes have their value. Probably not, Alejandro. Where the symbiotes have their value, and then it's taken away because there's going to be something that they can't do. And you're just going to be like, well, they're useless. It's not even worth it to work on them. What are you going to do? Dark Dimension 2 and 3? Dark Dimension 8 requires, like, Iron Lad and Squirrel Girl's little niece. Squirrel niece. You know, like, people talk. People don't know. Tinox said you also learned, yeah. For example, something I learned is that, like, it used to be obvious that I said, like, just open Blitz Orbs. And I used to do that and open Blitz Orbs. And it was terrible. Because there's too many characters in the Blitz store. And there's too many characters in the Raid store. And a random 9 character shards out of the Raid store is not better than 5 character shards that you desperately need. 9, like 2 Rocket, 5 Hand Sentry, and 2 Shield Trooper shards are not better than 5 Mysterio shards, because Mysterio unlocks a legendary, and those characters, maybe they do, but not in a meaningful way. GD8 requires the one above all. When do we get legendary Apocalypse? Apocalypse won't be playable in this game. You'll see him, but he won't be playable. Is Ghost Rider, Mordo, Elsa, Loki, Thor able to do well in the Mystic node? Is Elsa Mystic? Yeah, Elsa's Mystic. Yeah, that team's fine. Yeah, that team's absolutely bonkers bananas, dude. That team should be great. That said, it's villains, so... Oh yeah, to help you farm Loki? Yeah, that team is absolutely great, Ali. Yeah. Anyway, for those who aren't going to watch the end of the series, you know, it's just going to be an epilogue. I'm just going to talk about the roster and go into great detail about what I wish I had done differently, and where I would take this account going forward, and what I expect to happen to whatever happens to this account. You know, I don't care if the account stays free to play. Actually, at this point, the only reason I haven't spent money on this account yet is because technically I'm not done with it. You know what I mean? Like, I did everything I did as a free-to-play player. God, trust me, all I want to do is spend $100 on this game, in this account that I'm giving away right now. None of your business hits the nail on the head. Not every character is good forever, and the biggest mistake, the cancer of this game is the idea that you can start working on Team X, and that team will help you through the entire game. That used to be true, and it used to be the Defenders. And that stopped being true, and it stopped being true, and it will never be true again. There will never be another team that if you get on day 1, you can go on. Because none of those teams are available on day 1, even with spending. And then the amount of money you have to spend to get the full Asgardians, the full Black Order, at that point, you're not looking for advice. Could have been the Black Order. That's why I hate when they put characters in these late game node farms. How is that a catch-up mechanic? How are they allowing people... How are they allowing people to catch up in this game if the most important legendaries are only available when you're level 70 or to 75? There's no catch-up mechanics. If they wanted to do catch-up mechanics, they'd do 3 things. They'd increase the tiers, the rewards of every single tier of challenges in the game. Just double all of it. Double all the rewards. That's it. Double them all. I'm never going back and doing the green stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going back and farming those. Make the early game faster. Increase the amount of experience that you get, or decrease the amount of experience it costs to get to level 75 when you increase the cap to 80. That's it. That's how easy is that, right? Just go, hey, to get to 65, it only takes 10 million experience instead of 50. I don't know what the exact numbers are, so I'm not even going to say it. Remove the level requirement to the nodes. They technically always have a level requirement in the nodes. The level requirement is how strong your team is. But yeah, why is there a level requirement? I could absolutely, no question asked, obliterate certain nodes if I could get into them before I was level 70. Experience curve definitely needs to be fixed. Everything needs to be fixed. Like, they need to do it. And let's be clear, if they do have a plan to do it, just like everything else, they're terrible at it. And everybody used to defend them and say, like, remember when the Fix MSF thing came out and people were like, we had these challenges planned forever. And we were just going to release them, you know, when it made sense to. And then they released the new challenge tiers during Fix MSF, and they were, like, nerfed. Like, all of the characters' kits. So it proved that they did have them completed, but it also proved that they weren't released in a timely fashion. Cyclops had his original kit. Cyclops' original kit was revealed in May of 2019. That event was revealed in May of, the challenge tier increase was like April or May of 2020. So a year passed, and any time in that year when they've redesigned Cyclops, they had already finished that node. So the question is, why didn't they release the challenge tiers earlier? And what good is a challenge tier if the players can't get to it? What good is the reward structure? What good are, sorry, let me go back. What good are gamma raid orbs as catch-up mechanics if a player, upon entering the first gamma, might get 1 or 2 orbs over the course of the run? 1 or 2 orbs of a gamma, from a gamma 1 or a gamma 2. What, is this a catch-up mechanic? No. Honestly, no joke, I'd rather get less of these orbs and more war, like orange gear orbs as you get into higher difficulties, but they need to increase everything up. What's a good war team to start working on after unlocking Ultron? As Guardians. Use them on offense. As Guardians are amazing on offense. Did you beat Hero 7-1 this count? Yes. With all the extra random characters in the game dropping from orbs, do you feel like things took longer? Yes, because I specifically... Remember, guys, when I started this game on my main account, premium orbs had value. Now they're useless. These are useless orbs. 15 random character shards does not help you. 15 character shards doesn't matter. 15 specific character shards matter. For me, and don't get me wrong, my first pull out of premium orbs, this account, 50 Minerva. So I'm lucky, right? That's lucky. I don't have yo-yo. This account doesn't have yo-yo. And I've said it 1,000 times. Take all the characters that are in the Legacy Orb out of Premium Orbs. Make a Legacy 2 Orb. Take all the characters out of Premium Orbs that are in the Legacy 2 Orb. And make all of them take the same currency. This way the players can choose. Do I want a Legacy 1 Orb for 2,000? Do I want a Legacy 2 Orb for 2,000? Or do I want the Premium Orb, which has the newest characters? Keep the core values the same, because it doesn't matter, because the value of the orbs is now based on what the player wants, not based on this. I don't even know. What is there, 95 characters in Premium Orbs right now? Get out of here. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys Friday night. Tomorrow I will be streaming, but I probably won't be streaming. Oh, knock that out of the way. Probably won't be streaming Marvel Strike Force because I do recommend everybody watch Mobile Gamer tomorrow as they go over Doom's kit. It's going to be super exciting. I want you guys to have a good night. Thank you so much for all the support you've given me for this account. I look forward to seeing more support from the next accounts I do. So, but don't miss me too much. I will still be around. I'm still streaming on Twitch, and I'm still releasing YouTube videos every day. Tomorrow, the next YouTube video comes out at, of course, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And now, because all of my videos end this way, I'll tell you to have a good night, have a great day. I've been Tony Scungili, and I'll catch you later.